BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
In a significant development concerning a treasured ecological site, a 2,000-year-old wetland, recognized as one of England's most strictly protected habitats, now faces the imminent threat of encroachment by construction machinery. Developers have positioned bulldozers at the perimeter of Wolborough Fen in Newton Abbot, Devon, citing environmental protection measures as obstacles to government-mandated housing expansion. This ancient wetland, designated a site of special scientific interest, is subject to stringent planning conditions designed to shield it from any harm during the extensive groundwork for 1,200 new homes by the Vistry Group. However, the situation escalated last week when Vistry deployed bulldozers to the vicinity of the Fen, reportedly informing the local council of ongoing discussions with Labour housing ministers to resolve what they term current blockages hindering their ambitious project. The proximity of the heavy machinery has understandably caused alarm among local residents and conservationists. Musician David Knopfler, a co-founder of the iconic band Dire Straits, who resides near the Fen, expressed his profound concern, stating that the bulldozers are now alarmingly close to the wetland. He voiced a sentiment that the developers appear to have lost patience, suggesting a willingness to proceed with the development and potentially face legal challenges. This sentiment was echoed by Richard Dawes, the local councillor for Ambrook, who highlighted the precarious situation. Despite stringent protections, we find ourselves in the position that the bulldozers are lurking at the gates of the Wolborough Fen SSSI. Councillor Dawes emphasized a critical principle: nature conservation should never be dismissed as blocking, but recognized as something fundamentally key to humanity's future. This is not the first instance of concern. In April, the council issued a temporary stop notice to Vistry following apprehensions that their construction activities were encroaching upon the sensitive wetland. Although that notice has since expired, the original planning permission remains conditional upon the developer providing irrefutable evidence that the proposed development will not negatively impact the SSSI. Tainbridge District Council, TDC, has confirmed it is actively seeking legal counsel to ascertain if these crucial conditions are being violated and is prepared to implement enforcement measures if necessary. The Devon Wildlife Trust, DWT, has unequivocally deemed Vistry's resumption of work as a breach of planning control, expressing no doubt that the ongoing construction will inflict damage upon the 3¼ hectares of irreplaceable wetland. In a formal letter, the DWT articulated its persistent anxieties, stating, on the basis of technical advice indicating significant risk to Wolborough Fen, DWT has expressed repeated concerns about the impact of planned development in the vicinity of Wolborough Fen. The Trust underscored the vital importance of upholding the planning conditions meticulously established by the Secretary of State to safeguard the Wolborough Fen SSSI. The ecological significance of Wolborough Fen cannot be overstated. This unique habitat encompasses mature woodland, tranquil pools, natural springs, and meandering streams, providing a sanctuary for a rich tapestry of wildlife. It is a haven for a diverse array of dragonflies, rare wildflowers, and unusual fungi, as well as amphibians including frogs, toads, and newts. The area is also renowned for its substantial populations of butterflies and moths, underscoring its status as an SSSI, which mandates the highest degree of protection against developmental pressures. In a bid to circumvent these environmental safeguards, Vistry has formally applied to have the planning condition pertaining to the wetland removed. Malcolm Gilmore, Regional Technical Director for Vistry, communicated in correspondence reviewed by The Guardian that the protracted delays in lifting these conditions are obstructing crucial housing growth. He further asserted that, owing to seasonal weather constraints, Vistry felt compelled to initiate enabling works adjacent to the Fen, stating they had no alternative but to commence. Gilmore also revealed his engagement with government ministers concerning these current blockages, seeking their assistance to accelerate the project. He highlighted the site's inclusion in the government's New Homes Accelerator program, emphasizing its strategic importance and its contribution to the national objective of delivering 1.5 new homes during this parliamentary term. Gilmore argued that, in this context, the ongoing delays are increasingly difficult to reconcile with the aims of accelerated delivery. This controversial development in Devon has previously been brought to national attention, identified by The Guardian as a precious natural asset imperiled by the government's intensified focus on growth, particularly through a planning bill that could potentially weaken environmental protections. A spokesperson for Vistry offered a different perspective, noting that the temporary stop notice expired several months prior without renewal and that the company possesses reserved matters consent for the crucial infrastructure work on the local road network. They stated, Vistry do have reserved matters consent in place for where they are working on key infrastructure to improve the local road network. We continue to engage constructively with the council to support their review and remain fully committed to progressing the site responsibly, with sensitivity to the local environment and in line with all planning requirements. Vistry maintains that there is no definitive confirmation of any planning condition breach and asserts that limited works have been carefully resumed at Wolborough Barton, remaining outside the zone previously affected by the stop notice. Tainbridge District Council provided a timeline of events, confirming the issuance of the temporary stop notice in April 2025 to halt building work at the Wolborough Barton, NA3, site. The council stated that while the notice expired on June 24, the developer had agreed to suspend work pending consideration of legal matters. Since then, only agreed-upon safety and environmental mitigation measures have been undertaken. The council revealed, the developer has sought legal advice and has now informed the council of its intention to restart some infrastructure work in areas outside the Wolborough Fen SSSI hydrological